Hello, welcome back to my channel, Sarah Hallam Ceramics, aka the Stoky Potter. Today is Saturday, the 5th of July. I should have been doing a maker's market this morning, but unfortunately got cancelled due to predicted high winds. So it's meant that it's freed me up to film another kiln opening for you. So I'm really excited about this one. But before we get into it, I just want to say thank you to every single one of you that's commented, that's liked and subscribed to my channel. I'm just blown away. I have 45 subscribers. I had 24 on Wednesday. It's now Saturday. So that's a lot. That's nearly double. So woohoo! Thank you so much. I really appreciate it, and it's been so lovely to have some really nice comments and some lovely feedback from lots of you out there, lots of fellow YouTube pottery peoples. So yeah, I'm not going to mention any right now because there's a lot, but yeah, I'm really happy. So thank you so much. So before we just get into it, there's just one more question. You may or may have not have noticed, but on the videos that I've done so far, I've actually done subtitles, so kind of edited the captions, and I've done that because I'm aware that there are some people that have hearing impairments or that might watch the YouTube videos when they're in public spaces, or if they're at work, on a train or on a bus or having their lunch or whatever it might be. And so I wanted to kind of accommodate that as well, but it takes a lot of time for me to edit the captions because, you know, sometimes words are misspelt or doesn't quite understand what I say because of my Stokey accent. Now, it's not to say that I'm going to stop doing it, because I think it's valid. I just wondered if anybody else does it, if anybody else has any comments, thoughts, feedback. I'd be really appreciated. Anyway, so this kiln unload is all earthenware. So it's a first for me. Not done a full earthenware kiln firing or an unloading, unopening before. So all the clay is from Potclays, which is a local company, as I've mentioned to you before. It's Studio White earthenware and Potclays Blue earthenware and Potclays Green earthenware. And what I've done is I've actually done some experiments. I did it back in May. I will upload some of those videos as I can and as I get around to kind of editing them and putting them into something that makes a bit more sense rather than it just being a jumble of things. So I did some marbling. So I took various weights of white clay and added different weights of the blue clay, different weights of the green clay. The outcome in the bisque firing was brilliant. I was really chuffed. So all the bottoms got sealed with liquid latex. Put a little video, a little short up on that the other day, yesterday I think it was. So I liquid latexed the bottom. Try saying that 3 times fast. Because I don't really like wax. I've used it a couple of times before and you can guarantee it gets where you don't want it. Whereas with liquid latex, you can put it on. If you don't like it, you just wait for it to dry and you pull it off and you start again. Whether I'll continue to use it, I don't know. But for now, it's my preferred option. So I am, and lastly, I clean glazed it all in Mayco's crystal, let me just check my notes, Mayco's crystal clear dipping glaze. So it's S2000. That's the, I've actually got the tub of it kind of here. So anyway, let's get going. Oh, I've treated myself to some gloves. So after the disaster of last week with my rainbow mug and me dropping something and it breaking, I've decided to do away with the cloth, which was quite difficult and cumbersome to use, and have some gloves. So we are at 75 degrees, so still a bit warm to be using and picking up without hands. Let's go. Right, so the first piece that I'm going to show you is blue clay, and I made this piece last year at this time. Actually, a memory came up on my Facebook bizarrely this morning that I actually made a post about these pieces that I'm going to show you. So this is the blue clay. So this is Earthenware. So this is just purely blue clay with the Mayco clear glaze dipped. Look at that. So as you can see, it's 2024, made it last year. It's sat in a box alongside a plate, a bowl and a little pot, and I forgot about them. So yeah, when I remembered a few months ago, I thought, I know what I'm going to do. So yeah, so that's the blue. How gorgeous is that? I'm so happy. And you know what? I don't think there's a pinhole. I don't think there's a pinhole. That is wonderful. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Now, this next little piece, which is the blue again, is a bowl. And you see? So all I've done is I've kept the foot unglazed. But I love it. I love it. I'm definitely going to be buying more of this clay. Now this piece I made recently. And it's a cake stand. But I think it could double up as a chip and dip. Let's see. Look, so that's a cake stand. So that has it as a cake stand. And then if you turn it over, don't want to drop it, chip and dip. Oh, wow. Oh, I'm so happy with that. Thrown in two pieces. Did I throw it in two pieces? Do you know? I can't remember. I think I did. I think I threw it in two pieces. I've got a video of it, me making it. So, yeah. I'll add a little comment somewhere around this way, somewhere around here. So yeah, how cool is that? Cute. I haven't got a lot of clay, which is why it's not very big. This is kind of all I've got left after I've done all my other stuff. So, take out my half shelf. Cone, let's have a look. So, so I only have one cone, and that's fired very hot. So this is a cone 05.5, so 05.5. I can't remember what that temperature is. Is it 1,010? Oh, I can't remember. I'll put it up. So yeah, that's definitely fired hotter. Take my gloves off. 1025. So it's obviously fired hotter than 1025. I am going to be buying some other cones to go either side, an 04 and an 06, but they hadn't got any in stock at the time. So that'll be next time. Okay. So the last little piece, which is just all of the blue. Oh, is that a pinhole? Oh no, I think it might just be in the glaze. Cool. So happy with that. Oh, I do have a plate, but that's not in this firing. because I couldn't fit it in, so that'll have to be next time. Just get my furniture out of the way. So first piece I'm going to show you is with the green marbling. Oh, wow. I need to start thinking of up other words instead of just wow, but wow. Do you know, that has come out a million times better than I thought it was going to. Look at that. So this, I think, is probably one of the pieces that's got the most percentage of green in it. In the description, I will give a detail of the weight of clay I used in terms of the white and how much green I applied, and the way in which I did it, because I did two types. I did wedged, so I wedged in the coloured clay into the white, and then the other way that I did it was I put the white clay on the wheel, got some of the coloured clay and just squished it in the sides. You see people doing that, just squished it in the side and then started throwing. So I will be looking to see which of the two processes came out better, but I remember from when I was turning that actually the bigger amount of coloured clay gave me the better results. So that's the green, and then I've got the blue on here now. Look at that, it's very subtle on some of the pieces. Some of the pieces it shows more on the bottom. Some of it kind of very subtle on the inside. But what amazes me about this technique is no two pieces ever going to be the same, because it's just impossible. It's just not possible to do. And I love that. I love the fact that every single piece is actually unique in shape and unique in pattern. Okay, next shelf. Oh my goodness me. Cool. Do you want to see? What should I start with first? I'm going to do all the green. I'm going to save the blue to last, because the blue, I think, is probably my favourite. Don't tell me green now. So I'll go smallest to biggest. How's about that? So let's go with green. Oh no, that's blue. That's blue. That's green. My glaze application in terms of dipping is probably not brilliant. You can't really see on this, but there is a little bit of unevenness. And that's because I'd never dipped before. And I did it all the other day on Thursday. It was a red hot day, did it outside. Really enjoyed it. It's super quick compared to brushing it on. Look at that. See what I mean about how everyone is different? I'll show you the inside. Love it. Not a perfect rim, got a little bit of a squidgy bit there. I remember doing it, I did that I think at turning stage, and I didn't notice it till it was beyond repair. Next piece. These gloves are so much better, but I've never bought these before. Look at that. Gorgeous. And you know, I'm not seeing a single pinhole. Maybe I need to not say that too quickly. Another little pot. I can't remember what weight I did. I'll put it in here somewhere, what weight I did. But each piece weighs the same. The white, and then like I say, I added different weights of the green and the blue. Look at that. Love it. So happy. This is the last piece of green. This is the biggest piece I made. Nice little vase. Lovely. I left the pulling up, you know, when I was pulling up the walls, kind of left the ridges. Normally I smooth them out, but I just thought it had a real point of interest on the inside. See? Love that. Okay. So that's the last green piece. Okay, so this is probably one of the first or second pieces I made, and I think this has probably got about 20 grams of blue in. So as you can see, most of it is concentrated in the bottom of the piece, and in fact I don't think there's anything on the inside, and I've just noticed I've got a crack in the bottom. I don't know if you can see that, but that's okay. That's okay. I'm okay with that. I'll do a water test, see if it goes all the way through. But yeah, happy with that. I'll try and go up with, oh my goodness me, look at that colour. Hey, it matches the kiln. Look. I hope this isn't too boring. Feel free to skip through if you're a bit bored. Look at that. Doesn't seem to be as much on the inside. I don't know why. Maybe that's just my throwing technique. But yeah, fabulous. So I kind of kept all the shapes different, but I just, because the weight of the clay that I used was sorry, I've just had a message come through on my phone. A bit distracting. Look at that. Love it. 4 to go. 4 to go. Next piece. Be interesting to see when I do it again next time, because I will do it again, because I've got a bit more green to use. What technique this was, and whether or not, if it's the wedging test, whether I needed to wedge it a bit more. So we'll see. Just know I've got a couple of surface bubbles. I don't know. I don't think they're. I think it's just probably where the glaze has settled and I haven't fettled it. I've just left it to dry. So in hindsight, I probably should have smoothed that over, but it's a learning curve. I still love it. Oh, wow. This one's obviously got a lot more blue. Nice shape. And then my last piece is this one. So another kind of like small vase. Let me see. Gorgeous. Love it. Definitely going to be doing this again. So, oh, I know what I've got to show you. This was my test. This is cold because I fired this the other day as a test because I'd never dipped before. So I think this might have been the first or second piece, maybe. It's either this one or that other one. So because I've not done this before, because I've never dipped before, because I've not thrown earthenware and fired earthenware myself before, I have done a pottery class a while ago when I first started. So I just didn't want to risk all those pieces. So I did a bisque fire for stoneware, and I put this in because I knew that the schedule was going to be pretty much identical, and it came out lovely. So yeah, so that was my test piece. So originally I threw it up and it was up to here. It was like that shape, and then it sank. And instead of putting it in the bucket to doom, I decided to keep it because I just thought it was a bit different, a bit quirky. Could actually be a lid for something, couldn't it? So yeah, so that's that. So that's it. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch to the end. I hope it didn't get a bit boring. If you've got any constructive feedback for me, I welcome it. I'd really appreciate that. And if you want to continue along with me on my journey with clay and glaze, please like and subscribe, and that would be great. Yeah, so I'm not quite sure when I'll get around to editing this video. I've got a lot on this weekend, but I'll get it up probably at some point in the week. So yeah, thank you so much once again to everybody. I wish you all a fabulous day, and I shall see you all soon. Take care. Bye.